Today I have a very light and very small tent. The pack size of such a tent is really small, but also the room you have inside the tent is very small. So sitting up straight is not possible in here. I cannot believe that on the first day it's already broken. The inner tent sticks to the outer tent. Today I'm in northern Italy and I want to explore a new area. This hike will take about 6.5 hours. I should be at around 6:30 at the theoretical end point of the hike. I actually wanted to use this cistern spring water. It's completely dry, unfortunately, but I climbed up here and I found some water is dripping here, so I tried to collect something from this little bit here. There is no other option to get water up here. It'll take some time, but it's working. The water bottles are full again. Well, I was actually lucky that there was some water. It took me exactly 40 minutes to fill that up. That's quite some time. But the other option would have been to walk down again, get the water, hike up again. That would have taken me probably even longer. So I'm happy with this. I was lucky, so all good. I have the water. Let's go on. The 3 liters water that I have now, additional weight. You can feel it right away. It's getting harder. Every once in a while you get a little lucky. I have been on so many mountains, no-name mountains, and the view was so-so, but this one, absolutely spectacular. There are some really dark clouds around. Beginning of September, so it's still prone to thunderstorms. I hope I'm lucky this time too, but I gotta watch out. And if something's coming, of course I will go down. I just walked along this path and came across this little patch here. My goal was there, but that's already the area where I can look for possible spots to put my tent. And this is a very good backup plan, but I will go now anyway and see if there's something up there. It's probably one of the most interesting parts of the hike. So it's like a steep overhang followed by a 160-degree turn. Actually, this place here was my plan, so I thought that this could be a place for me to spend the night, but it's not really good. It's too narrow, it's not at all flat, so this would be torture to sleep here. Luckily, I found already another place, and that's how it is sometimes, especially in the mountains, if you don't know the area. I mean, I look for places beforehand in Google Earth and stuff, but you never know how it looks then, you know. So I'm happy I found the other place, and I will also go up the mountain to the summit just to have a look and check out the area. We'll come down again, and then we'll go back to the place that I found before. As I suspected, up here, well, there's no place to put a tent. Absolutely not. I could go to this mountain, but I mean, it looks a little bit better, but I will not bother to go up there because the paths up here are quite adventurous. It's a nice view, no question. It's great up here, and now I will go back down, and around there I will pitch my tent, and that will be the spot for tonight. It's a nice spot. Nice energy here. I like it. It's the first time I pitched this tent. I saw a YouTube video how to pitch the tents, but I've never done it actually, so it might take a little longer. So the pack size of those poles is very short, so that's one thing that I really like a lot. Pitch those 2 corners. I'm too lazy right now to pump up the mattress. I will do it later. First impressions of the tent. Yeah, it has a couple of features that I really like. It has a small footprint, very small pack size. The color is also nice. For wild camping, I like it because it's very low profile. Of course, that comes with a couple of other disadvantages, obviously, but no tent is perfect. But first impression, it was easy to build, even for me. No? Double wall tent, so that's also pretty cool. We'll see tomorrow. Condensation is for tomorrow. Right now, I need some food. It's always a good snack. For food, I have some mini salamis, a couple of plenty bars, 2 coffees, 1 outdoor food. I have some baby bells, also some cheese. Those are handy and tasty. I had 2 hard-boiled eggs and a sandwich that I already ate. The salami I will not open today because I don't want to tempt any bears that might be around here, which I doubt, but you never know. Considering the space and the height, I can sit, but that's far away from sitting straight up. So I'm kind of in like a bent position. I could like change here. So that's just high enough. Not too much space, not too comfortable. There's not too much space, but here on the top part you have some space here, some space here. And that's actually something that I like about this tent, that it's not too big. I like it small, I like it not too high up. That's all things that I knew beforehand. And that's the reason why I wanted this tent, because it's small. It's comfortable enough. It's not like for staying just on the campsite and chilling around in the tent. This is more functional, you know, big enough to sleep in. It's bigger than a bivy bag, much more comfortable than a bivy bag. So that's what this tent is, and so far I'm happy with the space that it gives me. I don't have like a thought out review about this thing. I just wanted to test it, you know, see how it is, see how it feels. So far I like it. Tomorrow I can tell you more about condensation and so on and so forth. The gear is nice, the gear is fun, but the more important thing is the experience. The gear helps us to have a good experience. You have good gear, well, it's like you do your homework, you have like the better chance to have a good experience. But also with basic stuff, if you're warm enough, you know, you're already good. It's nice to get out and not stare into these freaking screens all the time. Be by yourself. You can think freely about what do you want in life. All those things that usually it's hard to think about those things because you're distracted all the time. Do something different, something a little bit scary sometimes, you know, and just be safe, and then you can enjoy some things like this. If you're prone to it, you know, for many people this is not interesting at all. For some people, like being alone out here, that would be the worst thing they can imagine. But if you're one of the people that you think you like that, you think that'd be interesting for you, then, you know, try it. Try it in small steps, you know, try something very easy and don't go too fast, you know. Try to get more and more comfortable. You have to do it also a couple of times usually to start sleeping better, because at the beginning you might not sleep very well here out in the tent, and then you get the experience, and then you can relax also out here, even by yourself, you know, and that's necessary. You need to relax, you need to be in a relaxed state to even think about things that might support you in your life. New ideas spark, you know. If you're just stressed out here, you will not have any good ideas. So, but you have to go through that. That's what it takes, I guess. It looks really comfy. Almost like coming home. It's not as comfortable as other tents, but it's high enough so I can sit down and get out of my shoes. My feet, you can see the sleeping bag, touches the wall of the inner tent. With condensation, that could be a problem. We will see tomorrow. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Oops. Oh, there. It's around 5 o'clock now in the morning. And I have a little problem here. The inner tent sticks to the outer tent, totally wet with condensation. So I might have made a mistake there by pitching a tent. Maybe I didn't spread it far enough apart or something like this. I gotta check that in the morning. Good morning. The water for the coffee is already starting to boil, and then I'm gonna check out the tent. I already had a look. I might have not tightened it strong enough. Before I blame the tent, I blame myself. I gotta uncover the truth here. Maybe it was my fault. This wall, I retightened the whole thing. The inner wall seems too close to the outer wall. And then something crazy happened. This thing just tore apart. So the whole thing just came off. Super annoying. But the good thing is the view. In the background, the mountains are already in the sun. Final conclusion about the tent. Well, I liked it at the beginning. I liked it a lot. I was quite excited. Then we had the problem with the condensation, where the wall was too close to the inner tent, which was partly for sure my fault. On the next trip I could have made that better. Then when I tried to tighten it up a little bit, this thing broke. This is on the first day. I mean, I have quite experience with pitching tents. I know how hard I can pull on the things, but this, it didn't take it. I really wanted to like the tent, but that's just a no-go. So unfortunately not so good. And there you can see how terribly fragile this is sewn together. It's ridiculous. So this is just a question of time till this one also rips apart. That is just a joke. I mean, that's the part that it rip. And this is so fragile. I mean, that's a joke, friends. You see? I can pull it apart. I don't know if that is a mistake they made just with this tent. And other tents are differently, maybe, I don't know. But this one, that doesn't work at all. This tent is 500 euros or something. So it's not at all cheap. So up there I camped, and now I'm already on my way down. It will take me around 4 hours to get to the train station, and from the train station I take the train. Take me another 1.5 to 2 hours to get home. Even though the tent was a little bit of a failure, I still enjoyed it a lot. I hope you did too, and I see you in the next one.